does shrink in the wash a slight bit,
Yeah.
it's like it's still comfortable,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So like at the moment, I'm buying like I get clothes like double XLs.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, so I've got that bagginess and obviously that bit of wiggle room if it does shrink.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, really, I'd like to get back into like just buying a large t-shirt and being comfortable in a large t-shirt,
Okay. Okay.
and so on and so. Like clothes like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so
But
just comfortable.
when I say what's your goal, it's not to buy smaller t-shirts.
No, no, no. But you know what I'm saying? Like where
Yeah.
I've lost the weight,
Yeah.
where then I'm comfortable wearing a large t-shirt, where I'm not feeling cautious of going, oh fuck, is this like? Do you know when you're like pulling your clothes up?
Yeah.
Do you know like when you just feel comfortable in what you're doing rather than
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
constantly worrying if someone's looking at you going, he's a bit on the big side and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're
Um,
touching on sort of self-confidence issues here, really, aren't you?
yeah, sort of, yeah.
So you went down
Um,
that way, you went through t-shirts, but realistically,
yeah,
you just uncovered self-confidence.
yeah. So just being confident in what obviously I'm wearing. Like, especially when I see pictures of myself, sometimes I think, oh God, am I really that big?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Yeah, sometimes you live with it, like, because you see out of your own eyes and you're sort of watching everyone else,
yeah,
and then when you sometimes see that back, you're like, "Wow, I didn't see myself like that. Is that how other
yeah,
people see me?"
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So that's like the biggest thing. And you know, just being to the point where I think, do you know what? Because obviously now I'm thinking, all right, okay, I've got to constantly eat healthy. I've got to constantly make sure I'm working out and I'm doing something to the point where I've got to keep doing this to be
yeah,
able to obviously think, okay, I'm doing something healthy.
yeah,
But if I get to a point where I can go, do you know what? If I if I have like a little naughty like a naughty snack now and stuff like that, it's not the end of the world. It's just yeah, I'm having a naughty snack. It's not the case of
yeah,
oh yeah, I shouldn't be eating this chocolate bar because I'm already fat as it is,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
sort of stuff like
Yeah, no,
that.
that's 100%, mate. You want your goal, but you don't want a restricted lifestyle.
Yeah, but stuff like that. And obviously, just to be comfortable when someone goes, "Oh, how much do you weigh?"
Yeah,
So it's like, you know, it's at the moment, like, yeah, I'm 18 stone. It's like if I go back down to where I was like 15, it's like, yeah, I'm 15 stone, and that's where I weigh. It's like I'm happy around within like 15 and a half stone.
yeah,
Um, and just so I don't have much of a gut no more.
yeah. Why is that important to you?
I think it's just again, like you said, self confidence.
Yeah,
Um, just obviously, especially when it's obviously worse when you bump into like blokes and that you're in the army with.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, fucking hell, like, because I go to rifles weekend again every year.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, mate, yeah.
Fucking I invited to that.
Mate, should come, mate. Rifles weekend. Like, honestly, me and pretty much all the bugle platoon camp out and we just get on it for the full weekend.
No way, that sounds amazing. Apart from
Yeah,
this
honestly, mate.
bugle platoon, but
Well, yeah,
I'm
but
joking.
no, like I'm saying, like, obviously, that's we do it purposely. We meet as like bugle platoon and
Yeah.
we've
Oh,
like
that's
all
awesome,
share
man.
tent.
I didn't even know that sort of stuff happened, mate. Like honestly,
Mate,
since I left the army,
no,
I've probably seen like about three blokes.
mate, it's been going on for like 3 years.
Really? Oh, that's mad.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got well, apart past this year didn't happen.
Yeah,
So obviously COVID. But
yeah,
when campsites opened, we just booked our own little sort of
yeah,
reunion weekend and just got on it.
yeah. That's awesome.
So
That's good.
yeah, but like so like do stuff like that. Like if go to rifles weekend and someone goes, "Fucking, hell, you've put some weight on." It's
How
like
does that make you
fucking.
feel?
You're like, "Oh, cheers, mate."
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Not that cool. Okay, so what would you say is like your biggest struggle with through all of this? Like, what do you struggle with mostly? Why aren't you
I,
15 stone?
I don't know. I think it's like obviously I hit a bit depression last year.
Okay,
Like I
that's
went through a stage where like I just didn't care.
yeah,
I didn't speak to no one. I didn't go out. Money was tight because obviously the job I had at the time was like really bad.
yeah,
So it was a case of I literally went to work. I went, did what I did, came home, shut
mhm,
myself off, shut myself away, and that was it. I just didn't care what people thought of me.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I
It's not
went through a
when you need
really
it.
bad stage then.
Yeah,
And then it went until like things started getting back on the up and up where I've actually started going, do you know what? Start looking after myself a bit better,
yeah,
going to the gym. Is that I saw a picture of me from about a year and a half ago and I was bigger than I am now.
yeah,
And I was thinking, shit, was I really that big?
yeah.
So obviously I gained a lot of weight, and then obviously I lost a fair amount of weight as well.
Yeah.
Because I think on that picture I must have been over 20 stone.
Okay, well, that's a big number. Isn't it?
Yeah, so I was like, when I see myself on that picture, I hate that picture because I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
was I really like that?
Yeah.
So looking at myself from then to now, obviously I've said, right, okay, that's when I hit the depression stage, and I understand obviously that was when I was in my shit time.
Yeah.
And now obviously I do look a bit healthier from that picture,
Mhm.
but I don't look as healthy as I could be.
Yeah. Still got a lot to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So what things have you tried? What doesn't work well?
So I've tried dieting and stuff like that. But the thing is with me is that when I start dieting, I'll find a diet that works and it starts to work at the beginning, and then I stick to it, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying like the other day, it's like I can start eating healthy and I'll start losing the weight, and then I stop losing the weight, and then I'm thinking, well, hang on a sec, I'm eating healthy as it is. It's like, how come 2 weeks ago I was losing weight, now I'm not? I'm eating the similar type of things. I'm doing similar type of exercise that I was doing 2 weeks ago. So why is it not working now? And it's like, do I need to eat even more healthier and even more healthier to the point where you're fucking eating nothing at all?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I get that because I have a lot of people who tried a lot of different diets, keto, and all these fad
I've thought
diets.
about the keto diet.
What's that?
I've thought about the keto diet. Like I've seen some people on it, and I've seen like obviously the turnaround from like 2 weeks on a keto diet to obviously stuff like that. I'm like, do you know what? Does it actually work that well, or does it work well for that person?
It works well for a very small period of time, and then they gain it
Yeah.
back because it's non-sustainable. And I'll go into things about a non-sustainable a little bit later on in the call when we've got through this. But it's all about sustainability, effectively.
Hmm.
Yeah, and cutting out the major food group of carbohydrates is never going to be sustainable, is it? It's the most readily available source of energy that we have. To be able to eat carbs and burn them into glycogen, into blood sugar straight away, and use it as energy. Why would you restrict yourself from that? It's obviously there for a reason, and by restricting yourself for so long, then as soon as you do introduce carbs back in again, you're just going to go back the other way. Yeah, completely unsustainable. Anyway, that's on a different page. We'll get to that a little bit later. So what is it about being 18 stone that you don't like?
I don't know. It's just obviously I'm thinking, right, for my height and stuff like that, I'm like, that I'm way overweight than what I should be.
Yeah.
A bit like obviously I've naturally always been a bit like top heavy.
Yeah.
So I played a lot of rugby when I was a kid and stuff like that. So I've always been top heavy. But then I was like, do you know what? Like I'm still a bit too big. Obviously I've got post-tibial and metatarsial stress syndrome in both legs.
Okay.
So obviously my weight's not helping that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, massive amount of pressure.
Yeah. I've possibly still got a nerve trapped in my spine, which again, the weight's not helping that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not just obviously losing the weight for my physical health. I want to lose the weight for my mental health as well.
100%. Yeah, definitely.
So if I mentally feel better, then obviously it'll change for everything, won't it? It's not just obviously being physically
you'll be a happier person.
Yeah, exactly.
I always say to a lot of people, like, show me an unhappy athlete. Very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare you see unhappy athletes because they have an endorphin rush every single day of serotonin and dopamine and emotional regulation. They can regulate better. Like you hardly ever see unhappy athletes. They're just buzzing about their normal day, just being happy guys. Like, you should look at overweight people, look at stress, the stresses that it puts on the body, the excess cortisone, which is a stress hormone. It's not a coincidence that movement makes people happy. And if you are larger, you can move to a lower degree. So you have a less secretion of all of these really, really positive hormones that all those athletes get on a daily basis. Free drugs, man.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's what it boils down to. How long would you say you've been stuck?
I don't know. I think obviously lockdown's not helped it because obviously before lockdown I was going to the gym like 3 times a week and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'd say I've started being like this for about, well, since the depression, really, I think, was like the main.
How long ago was that?
Well, I'd say probably about between 18 to 20 months ago.
Okay, so between 18 months to 2 years. Cool. And how would you say your mood's been like within that time? Obviously, yeah, you had the depression and that sort of stuff, but you
Yeah,
as
the
a person,
depression. I don't know. I think because obviously I'm one of these ones to try not show my emotions
yeah, yeah,
and stuff like that, especially like with the wife and the kids and stuff like that.
okay.
Because it's like if she's having a shit day, if I then come back and say I'm having a shit day, then
Yeah,
it's not going to help anyone at all.
no,
So
no,
like sometimes like, if I come home, she's had a shit day. She's like, "How was your day?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it was fine. I did this, I did that, but really it was crap, and
yeah,
I just not enjoyed anything." But obviously I try to keep positive to try and.
yeah. So you don't want your negativity to rub off on everyone else. So you put a
Yeah,
film on.
exactly. Especially obviously they've had a shit day as well. So,
But wouldn't
so
it be better if that positivity could be genuine? Because I think people
yeah,
can see when stuff is fake, you know,
yeah,
or
possibly, yeah,
you know what I mean? If it's genuine, it's got a different air about it. It's got a different mood about it. When you look at
mm,
someone and go, he's a positive dude. Like there's no replicating that. You know, you
yeah.
can't replicate that. Cool. Do you think that like do you feel like that you're not like how do you feel when you're not making progress? Like
I don't know. I think like you just want to give up, don't you? It's like
yeah.
you're trying what you think is right.
Mm,
It's not working, and it's like, well, if I'm trying it and it's not doing nothing, why the fuck am I even bothering?
yeah. Yeah. It's about putting in and not getting out.
Yeah,
And I get a lot of people like this, you know, oh, I've been doing this for 3 months, 6 months. I'm not seeing any results, so therefore I dropped off. It's
yeah.
you put effort into something. It's like that'd be like, right? So you work for BT, is it? Is it your fiber optics, isn't it?
Overreach, yeah,
Yeah, so OpenReach, right? So OpenReach, you turned up first day, you smashed out a month's work, and they went, "Nah, mate, not paying you this month." You're going to go,
yeah,
"Oh yeah, no worries, cool. I'll be in tomorrow." No,
yeah, exactly.
not going to happen, is it? Yeah. So
Mm,
you put in loads of effort in, and you're getting nothing out of it. And it's exactly the same. We go into the gym, smashing 3 sessions a week. We're eating what we think is right, and you're going, well, scales haven't even changed. Like, why
yeah,
am I going to carry on doing this? Why am I going to keep putting in when I'm not getting anything out? It's exactly the same.
yeah.
So yeah, that's yeah. I get a lot of people like that, and that's why the people drop off is because they don't see those
Mm.
results at the start. But the thing is, if you implement everything that you're supposed to within the first 4 weeks, you should see amazing results because you
See,
know
that's the
you're
like.
doing it right.
So the thing, like when I first started, like going, you know what, I'm really going to start making a change. I went to like portion control.
Yeah,
I was trying to not skip meals,
yeah,
eat at certain times of the day,
yeah,
and stuff like that. And it was like, so in the morning I was like having porridge, a handful of porridge, or well, do you know, like oh, it's so simple when it comes in pre-made sachets.
yeah,
Yeah, so I was having like that,
yeah,
with like skimmed milk, so it's obviously less fat and all that. So
yeah,
I'm trying to change all the right stuff, and I was like, right, I had porridge in the morning, and then for lunch I'd have like 2 pieces of brown bread with some ham, and some like low spread butter,
yeah.
and then it was like low calorie snacks like crisps, like everything that was like proper, like, so I was trying to like keep my calorie count down and
Yeah.
trying
Did
to
you
keep.
one question? Did you enjoy that
I did at the start,
at the start?
yeah, but then when I started seeing no change, I was like, well, hang
Yeah,
on, I've done all this. Like I was doing it for like 3 weeks,
yeah,
and I was doing exercise in the same time. And I was like, after 3 weeks, I was like, I've lost about 3 pounds. I was like, fucking
yeah.
hell. I was like, how have I only lost 3 pounds? I was like, I've been eating all this healthy and stuff like that, and I was like, but it's not doing anything. So it's like, what the fuck am I even trying?
Exactly. Depositing, getting nothing back. Yeah. So
But
like,
it went to the point where like I'm not having breakfast in the morning.
yeah,
I'll go to work on an empty stomach. I'll have a cup of coffee on the way to work. I probably won't eat anything till about half 12, 1 o'clock ish,
yeah,
and then I'm not eating anything again till about 8, 9 o'clock at night. And
yeah,
so it's like the routine I went through when I was trying to eat healthier, eat at certain times, eating certain amounts. Just I was like, well, fuck it, it's pointless.
yeah,
I'm not doing anything to like. Well, it's not doing anything, so it's like I'm not even doing it right or stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you just give up. And you just get into a bad state of mind then when you're thinking, I've tried all this, I'm not getting anything out of it, and I'm just like, well, what do I just give up, just continue and
Yeah.
start again some other time when I can be bothered and all that.
Tomorrow. But then if you always start tomorrow, then you never make the gains, you never make the
Yeah,
process.
exactly.
Cool. All right. So, how do you think like being overweight is going to affect you if you don't deal with the problems that you're facing, like looking to the future?
Yeah. It's like, obviously I don't want to get to the point where like obviously I've got a little boy.
Yeah.
He's like 20 months.
Okay. Cool.
I don't want to get when he's like 7, 8 year old and he's like, oh, can we go out and play football? And I'm too big to even get up. And
Yeah.
I don't want to get this. I don't want to get to the stage where I'm going to be a burden on my kids.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. And you're planning to have more because you've got one, and you said
I've got
kids.
three,
You've got three already.
mate. 2 girls and a boy.
Oh no way. Okay. All right. What are their ages?
Bloody hell. 8, 6, and 20 months.
8, 6, 20 months. Cool. Okay. They must keep you real busy, man.
Same as my little boy. Like we bought him like a little like a football goal and a basketball sort of like play center thing.
Yeah.
And he literally like what time? 20 past 8 this morning. Like he's not even changed and he's not like had his first bottle or anything like that yet. And he's put a football in the middle of the living room and he just stood there going, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, 'cause he wants to like play around and kicking it. Like, I do with it all through the day and stuff like that. Like he'll just stood there with the ball and go, yeah, yeah. So we'll get up and like mess about football and thing. But he's like, he does it all the time. And I'm like, bloody hell, mate, I've not even had my first bloody cup of coffee yet.
Yeah. Just bags and bags of energy, which you obviously need. Okay.
Honestly, yeah.
So the next one, mate, like what are you going to miss out on in terms of like quality of life if you stay at the same size you are now, or if you get bigger?
I think it's just obviously just the interaction with my kids. I think that's the most worrying thing is like, obviously I don't want to keep getting to like this where it starts playing on my health.
Yeah.
And
How old are you now? Mate?
31 now.
31.
Yeah.
Yeah. One. Cool. Okay. So yeah, how do you think it would, obviously going to affect your family? Like if you stay at this size, or if you don't lose the weight, or if you get even bigger, what effect do you think this has like on your goal? Like what are you going to miss out in terms of like if you don't achieve your goal? Anything
I
else?
don't know. I think like if I don't achieve my goal, I don't think I'll like. I don't know. It's just mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's obviously if I don't get to where I want to be, and it's just going to start putting me mentally down, and then I'll just could end up getting to the point of getting back in depression and getting even worse and stuff like that.
Yeah. Just put back to that. That's fine. Cool. Okay. So what do you need to make this program like a success for you? Like what would be your perfect program? What does
I
success?
don't know.
What does success?
I think something that's manageable during obviously what I do through work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Something that I can maintain on a daily basis, and just something that like obviously fits well around what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So it's not like obviously I've completely changing everything.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to do is going to interfere with what I need to do at work and stuff like that. And also I don't want my work life to obviously slip. So obviously at the moment I've got like a good sort of reputation with what I do at work.
Yeah.
Like I'm good at what I do and I enjoy what I do because I'm good at it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get to the point where my mind's focused mainly now on losing weight and getting healthier.
Yeah.
So my work life slips and then I fall from obviously being good at it and enjoying it and having a good reputation for what I do to obviously, hang on a sec, he's not actually that good.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean, 100%.
Yeah. So as long, like if it fits around obviously everything I do at the moment and it's maintainable, obviously I think that's what I'll enjoy about it more as well.
So it fits around your life, something that you can maintain forever.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. Then what would your life be like if you had achieved all of these things, if you solved all of these problems? Like, so let's say you're down at 15 stone again, you're eating the way that you want, you're training a couple of times a week, it's not taking your life over. How does that affect your life?
So I just think I'd be like, you'd be in a happy position. Obviously now I'm at that stage where I'm like, you know what, I feel healthier, I look healthier.
Yeah.
And I can maintain to keep that weight off and I'm not going backwards. I can just stay at this point now where, even though I'm not going to the gym, say 3 times a week and losing weight.
Yeah.
If I'm going to the gym 3 times a week and I'm maintaining the weight I'm at.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting a bit physically fitter.
Yeah.
Then that's obviously ideal.
Awesome. Good. What's stopping you from doing that by yourself?
I don't know. I think I just need that kick up the ass. Like, pure and simple. I think it's I don't know. Do you know, it's like, if you've got that encouragement from someone who actually knows what they're talking about,
Yeah.
they know what how like obviously it all works and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
you know, just having that little bit of a motivation from someone who understands everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, at me, yeah, I know bits and bobs about like fitness and health and stuff like that from obviously the army,
Hmm.
but then it's obviously you're not doing the exact same as what we're in the army.
No,
Not
exactly.
getting, we're not getting smashed like fucking hell. So I was on that what do they call that rehab fucking platoon?
Oh, I can't remember. There's so
Do you know
many.
what?
I talk to rifles lads all the time, and they're like, "Who was it? One of the Fijians said today, he's like, yeah, I'm in Estonia, I'm on Seawalk." And I was like, "Talk civvy to me, mate. I've been out 6 years." It was like cold weather training. I was like, "Don't give me those analogies, mate. I haven't
Yeah.
got room in my brain for those anymore, you know?"
So yeah, I can't remember what it was in Germany. They fucking got all the downgraded and rehabbers and
I
stuff
know,
like that.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Got put on fucking yeah. So when we got put on that, we were doing fucking fitness 3 times a day.
Again, that's ridiculous. And like, you can't maintain that either.
Yeah, because like, even when it was happening, then I said, how the hell does it work when you've got all these guys that are injured, got all these different injuries and stuff like that, stopping them they're not healing with the 1 day a week fitness or
Mm,
what like so you're doing fitness every day of the week. They're not
yeah.
healing from that. But
Yeah.
yet you're going to put them on 3 times fitness
I
a
know.
day,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
plus their rehab and physio that they're doing in the middle. It's like, how the freaking hell is that going to make them better?
Yeah. 100%, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. Cool. All right, mate. You've given me loads of information there about the things that you've tried, things that haven't worked. I mean, depression last year. Obviously, the fear of going back into that again if you don't sort things out. Like, you've got some real driving motivations here.
Mm.
Like I said, like, what's stopping you doing this by yourself? You said, oh, just a kick up the arse. Like, realistically, like, there's all of these drivers of motivation there. The depression, you've got 3 kids, like, 8, 6 and 20 months, like, they're a driver of motivation. You
Mm.
said, like, when they're getting older, you're going to want to be able to run around with them more. Like, you've got girls, they need walking down the aisle, but that's not for another 20 years. You'll be 51.
I've
Even
already
if
had this conversation with them.
do
That's
you
not
know what I
happening.
mean? That's
We're not
what
having
happening.
boyfriends.
But like, even if you was 18 stone, let's say
Yeah,
no weight on in the next 20 years, an 18 stone 51-year-old man looks very different from an 18 stone 31-year-old man.
yeah,
Yeah, very, very different, because you have loads more muscle atrophy, your metabolism slowed down, you haven't got the engine to carry it anymore, heart and lungs, respiratory system, circulatory system. And that's when we start knocking on the door of chronic diseases, when we're obese and we're old. Yeah. Overweight young is all right. You can sort of have your youth carry you through being overweight. Overweight old is a recipe for disaster. Like,
yeah,
it's just really, really not good. So, like I said, even if the next 20 years nothing changed and you're still 18 stone, you'd look a very, very different man. Cool. All right. Yeah. Thanks for sharing all of that with us. I'm just going to go into a little bit now about, like, what I do and what I offer, why it's different and why it works effectively. So effectively, like, I teach like 3 pillars, because there's 3 real important points that you have to do to obviously maintain a new lifestyle. It's not a new lifestyle. It's not a lifestyle sort of change. It's looking at what you do and looking at how you live your life, and then implementing a plan around that. Like, we're all different. We all have different jobs. We all get up at different times in the morning. We all eat differently. So if I'm just to give you something and say, do that, like I said, it's that analogy that you're going to get very bored of it at some point, and
yeah,
you're going to drop off. Like, you've mentioned words like maintainable, manageable, sustainable, and these are all things that obviously you want. So the first one's nutrition. Like, nutrition's 90% of your result. Like, there's no doubt about it. Is 90% of what you do. And basically, what we do is we teach you how to eat whatever you want. Yeah, stay within inside the parameters, but without sabotaging your result. Okay,
yeah,
you see what I mean? So, like, let's say, for example, like, a lot of trainers, a lot of coaches will say, like, you need to eat this, you need to do this, you need to do this amount of cardio every single day, which is all well and good. And will it get you your goal? Yes, it will get you your goal, 100%. Like, there's loads of other ways that you can do this. Will you keep it? Not necessarily. So, like I said, if I ask you now, you'll have your goal on 100%, but you have to eat chicken, broccoli, rice for the rest of your life, every single meal. You'll have your goal. You'll look ripped, mate. You'll be absolutely ripped. You'll be in great shape. All you have to do is eat that. Can you do it?
At the start, yeah.
At
Then
the
after a
start?
while, it's just boring, isn't it?
Exactly. Okay. There's other ways you can get there. Like you could just not eat. Yeah. You can starve yourself. That's also really going to get you your goal. But how maintainable is that? That's where sort of like keto touches on a little bit. It's almost starving yourself of what your body needs. But again,
Yeah.
you can't you're going to get your goal, but you just can't eat for that amount of time every single day. Can you do that? Probably not. What if I was to say, right, mate, 2 hours cardio from 5 till 7 every morning? Yeah, you can eat whatever you like in the day, but you have to do that 2 hours cardio every morning. You're going to do it?
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Well, no, because got work, innit?
But yeah, you got work, and then you're going to be exhausted, and also is it
Yeah.
going to get monotonous as well? Is it going to be like, oh no, I can't go out for a beer, boys, because it's Sunday morning. I've still got my 2 hours of cardio to do
Yeah.
every single morning. Do you know what I mean? So that's when you get into the realms of people saying, here, do this. This will get you your goal. Yes, it will get you your goal, but it will only hang around momentarily. All right. Cool. So then it comes to the training side of it, and the training is very, very similar. Obviously, it's a lot lower on the side of results, but if we do both together, then you're going to get the maximum result. And it's that same thing. Like it's like lifestyle workouts without having to spend hours in the gym, and doing something that fits around your life. Like you said, if you said to me, mate, like you've got 3 hours a week that you can go to the gym, I'll go, cool, no worries. Let's make the most of them. Let's put them in around your time, and let's not miss any, because we've gone for the like 3 is like a minimum, I would say, like to
Yeah.
really start your progression. If you could manage 4, that's even better. But like I said, you can manage 3 workouts a week forever. Of course you can. You've got 4 days off, man. That's more time off the gym than in the gym. Yeah. So now we're looking at things of sustainability, and you're looking about like it's not necessarily about getting my goal; it's about how I get there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Good stuff. Cool. So let's think. I'm clearly not the only option here, yeah, and I won't say that I am, because if I was to say like I'm the only oracle, be all knowing, all being, like let's do this, then I'd be lying, right? There are other options. Like you could get a PT. You can't now because we're on COVID lockdown, so that's actually not an option. But it could be an option for you at some point, right? So
Two seconds, mate.
There you are.
Hello. The wife's just shouting us then. I thought.
There you are.
Stopped. Yeah, go on, mate. Sorry.
So like I said, like I'm not your only option. Like once we come out of lockdown, you could get yourself a personal trainer. Well, personal trainer is going to cost you anywhere between like £30 and £50 a session, let's say.
Two seconds, mate. She's shouting. 2 seconds.
That's all right.
Right, I'm nearly done.
Cool. We good?
Worried about school work getting sent in.
That's all right. Crack on with that in a minute. Yeah, cool. So it's going to be like £30 to £50 a session. You're going to need a couple of sessions a week. And like we've just talked about above, like 90% of your goal is going to be through nutrition. And a personal trainer is going to be smashing you in the gym twice a week. And that's 10% of your goal. So it doesn't matter how much they smash you, that's only 10% of your goal. So they're going to be smashing you inside that 10% parameter. And the other sort of 5 days that you've got off, you're going to be eating whatever you need to eat and not achieving your goal. Also, personal trainer's prerogative is for you to keep coming back, because if you're not in a session for that hour, they don't get paid.
Yeah.
So there's never any end game with a PT, because they want to keep you. Because if they don't, they haven't got a business. So there's never any end game, right? We're all about teaching. Yeah, we teach you what to do, and then you go forward for the rest of your life, and you can employ those skills for forever, effectively. Okay. So. Cool. Do you have any questions at this point about the program, or how it's delivered, or anything like that?
Is it all done like online and stuff like that, or is it?
Yeah, so the whole thing is online. So effectively, I take into account all of your goals, everything that you want to do, and then I specifically design a training and nutrition plan around exactly what it is you need to do. But like I said, you're going to be able to eat exactly the way you want to eat, but sticking inside the parameters. I'm never going to limit you with anything. The most
Yeah.
important thing you've got to think is that you will achieve your goal. It's all about results. So we work together, you get to where you want to be, like 100%. It's guaranteed as long as you engage with all of the program. You obviously get me like on call pretty much 24/7. Don't ring me at 2 a.m, but I'm here all the time.
Yeah.
So the moment that you're thinking of wanting to drop off, or you've got a question, and this is where it comes down to doing it yourself. You go, well, I'm not really sure what to work out today or what to do. You've got the plan every single day. It's planned out. Like I've got to do that on that day. I've got to do that. And you mark it all off, and I see everything that you do. I see if you're not doing it. I see if you are doing it. Yeah. Like I said, if you start to fall off the wagon, I'm like, mate, what's going on? Let's book a call. Get on the call. What's happening? And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I've had like a really hard week. I'm like, cool, man. Don't give a shit. Like, you need to get to your goal.
Yeah.
I mean, we've agreed that you're going to work out 3 times a week. You're only hitting 2 of those, so you're actually missing 33% of your workouts. Fucking screw the number.
Yeah.
Let's get it back on. And you're like, yeah, shit, Sam. Yeah, I'm just making excuses. See how it works?
Yeah, mate.
And like I said, it's like that for 12 weeks. And 12 weeks is 12 weeks because I believe that's long enough for me to teach you everything that you need to know to be able to go on and do it for the rest of your life. This is like a one-time thing. It's not like a challenge, like 6-week challenge. This is like a training course. Like, I am going to teach you how to eat exactly what you want. I'm going to teach you how to train exactly how you want, so that it gets you to your goal and you can do that forever. Yeah. You said you're a mountain biker. You go out the boys mountain biking. Like, do you feel fit? Do you feel able? Like, when you go out, do you think you could be loads better?
Yeah. When I first started, I was really bad. I was completely blown out my ass, like all the time. I've noticed the more I've done it, like the better I am. Like, I'm not out of breath as more chickens. I don't have to stop and walk up this hill because I can't pedal it.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I have seen an improvement in my health.
Yeah.
Since I have been mountain biking.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just not as good as where I want it to be.
Yeah. 100%.
I think it doesn't help that there's a 17-year-old lad that comes out with us. And he cycles up a hill like he's gone. Like, the way he cycles is like he's on an electric bike.
But age is just a number. And I bet if I went out with a 17-year-old lad, it would be a different story.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't use your age as an excuse. You cannot do
that.
I
know,
yeah. Can't do that. Definitely not. Cool. Do you have any other questions at this point about how anything will be delivered?
How much is the full program?
So for the whole 12 weeks, it's 1,200.
Right. Okay. So £100 a week.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's what the wife was asking. She went, how much is it going to be?
Yeah.
So I'll find all that out and I'll discuss it with her and then see if she's happy and stuff like that. Because obviously, I'm the only one that works in the house.
That's okay. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
But I'll discuss it with her, make sure she's happy and stuff like that, and then we decide whether to go from there. Then, like, I'm happy with everything.
Yeah.
It's just obviously affordability.
Yeah, no, 100%. Is she in the house now? Is she?
Yeah, she's dealing with the kids at the moment, and it's probably best give her an hour.
No, that's absolutely fine. So, effectively, if you make a minimum deposit today, then basically we could do 3 payments of 400. So basically to hold your spot, and it's completely refundable. Like, so if you put 400 down today, and then you speak to her and she's not game, then obviously it comes straight back to you. What do you think she'll say?
I'm not too sure. So it's just obviously we've got to work out obviously because obviously we're in the process of looking at another house and everything like that. Yeah. So, but I'll let you know in about an hour. What she says, I can drop you a message on Facebook. Yeah. So, but discuss all that, see if it's affordable and stuff like that. And if it is, then I'm happy to crack on. Yeah, sure, mate. Just got to look at obviously all the other little bits as well.
What other little bits? What?
Like obviously bills and stuff like, because obviously I'm the only one that works.
Yeah.
And obviously all that other bills and stuff like that on top, and because obviously we're trying to move house as well at the same time.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: like, if money was like no issue at all, like, money's not an issue. Like, let's say 1 is you want to hang up the phone now and get off a phone call, and 10 is like, Sam, I'm 100% certain. Like, let's do it.
If money was an issue, I'll jump on it straight away. 100%.
You'd be a 10, yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. See, like, obviously, this is what I've wanted. Well, stuff like this, what I'm trying to do for ages.
Okay.
And stuff like that. But that's like the biggest thing it's been about it as well, is obviously affordability.
Okay, cool. No, and I get that,
so-
man. Like, yeah, it's a bunch of money. Like, you know, my mum's like, "What do you charge?" And I'm like, she's like, "That's stupid." But at the end of the day, I deliver a result. Like,
Yeah,
100%
exactly.
deliver a result. So without taking advantage of the situation, like,
Mm.
what's the most that you could do on a monthly basis?
Without fully going into everything that comes in and out and stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to say.
Okay.
Because obviously my wage varies as well, as obviously overtime and
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'd have to, because obviously the house we're looking at moving in, it's obviously higher rent, it's higher tax, council tax and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we'll have to work out we'll have to work out all the little bits and bobs up first, and then I can come back with you and let you know.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, is she free later on today at all?
Once she's dealt with the kids, obviously it's all dealing with the schoolwork and stuff, so she's like
Yeah, no, that's absolutely
stress level about 100, 150 probably at the
fine.
moment.
Yeah, absolutely fine. What'll be good, mate, is that if all three of us could just jump on a call together later on.
Yeah,
What time would be good for all of you lot?
she probably wouldn't jump on a call because she's very she doesn't like, even with like me mates like Smudge and all that she talks to, she won't go on video chat with them.
Right. Okay.
She's like her herself, she's a bit obviously video, well, not video chat. She doesn't like being on camera.
Okay. All right. Well, do you want to chat with her then, and then give me a time that we can jump back on?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I'll try and sort something out and let you know.
What time? What time about? Just so that I can plan the rest of my day. That's all. We say 5 o'clock. You good for 5?
Yeah, about 5:30.
Yeah, 5 o'clock. All right, I put 1700, and I'll put your message there, mate. All right.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Cool. All right, buddy.
All right, buddy.
Okay. Cheers, mate. See you in a bit.
Bye. Bye.